And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the USC Aiken Convocation Center for today's volleyball matchup between the host USC Aiken Pacers and the visiting Paine College Lions. USC Aiken coming into the game with a impressive 8-2 record. 5-2 at home, 1-0 away, 2-0 in neutral ground. Paine is 2-1 overall on the season, so not too many games have been played. We'll see how their fourth match unfolds against the Pacers in just a few moments. I'm Marcus Johnson. Thank you for joining us. The Pacers have taken to the court. Paine is on the court. Both sides seem to be ready to go. And the Pacers will get the ball to serve first, it appears. Allie Kirk will go back to the line to serve it to get this match underway.
And serving to start the match is USC Aiken's number 1, Allie Kirk.
And the ball is up, but serve is on its way, and we are underway here as Paine works it in their zone, setting up for the attack, tipped on over to Martinez, who gets the dig. Allie Kirk setting it up for Villadores. Villadores looking for the back corner. It's going to go off the hands of the libero, Harrison, and be down for a point. Kill Villadores and point Pacers. Kirk again to serve it. Nice, simple serve. Worked around to the Lions' end. Tipped on up, and here's the attack from Wilkes. Allie Kirk gets it. Rebecca Martinez sets it up for Allie Smith, who slams it down in front of Kiara Kilgo Washington for the kill. Another serve on its way. Just tips off the top of the net, and it's going to be a service ace for Allie Kirk.
Allie Kirk, 1 Pacers.
Another good serve, picked on up by the libero Harrison. Worked around and set on up for Rose, who taps it over the net. Martinez gets under it, and Allie Smith sends it on over, and Allie Smith gets it through for a kill. Hard serve, picked on up, set on up by Harrison, and sent on over, but out. The point for the Pacers, Jada Wilkes sent it flying through the back end and way out of the reach of even the back line. It'll be 5-0 Pacers. And it's going to be another service ace off the hands of Harrison and out. Second service ace for Kirk, and that will draw a timeout from the Paine bench. And we'll go ahead and give you some of the stat leaders for the Pacers coming into today's match. Christine Carroll leads the way in terms of kills with 129, averaging 4.03 per set. Allie Smith right behind her, though, with 106 kills of her own, averaging 3.66 per set. Looking at things defensively, you have to look at Rebecca Martinez, who leads the way with 307 digs. Allie Bell right there with her, though, with 102. Well, I say right there with her, but she's doing pretty well for herself, 102 digs. Martinez with 9.30 digs per set. That is outstanding. And followed up is Allie Bell with 3.09 digs per set. Allie Smith with 3.07 digs per set, so she's not too far away from Allie Bell. See the two Allies do battle throughout this entire season. So Allie Kirk will get back out there to serve as action resumes. 6-0 Pacers. Another hard serve from Kirk. Lions setting it up. Here comes the attack from Curtis. And that one sails out. Another point for the Pacers. And another stat to look at before we get into the next point, I wanted to talk about blocks. Christine Carroll leading with 29 blocks, but Villadores, who was recruited for her blocking, comes into the match with 12 on the day. A little tip at the net. Set on up. Here's the attack from Allie Smith. That's going to go off the hands of Harrison and out into the upper stands. Wow, that went flying. And that'll be another point for the Pacers. But speaking of Villaldoris, she has done just an excellent job with 5 solo blocks on the year as we have another service ace from Allie Kirk. That's 3, and all in the first set. She is doing fantastic behind the line. He's just moving this one along as fast as they can. This serve is corralled by Harrison. Set on up. The attack on its way from Curtis is blocked at the net and sent down. Villaldoris and Sperlin team up to get the block there. It is 10-0 USC Aiken here in the first set. And that's going to draw some substitutions from Glenn Cox. Anita Cookie-Gam and Avery Macklin coming onto the court now. Allie Smith steps off, as does Kelsey Sperlin. And we'll get right back to it. High toss for Kirk, and that one just kisses the line for another service ace for Allie Kirk. Of the libero Washington for the kill. And now she'll head on back to serve. 13-1 your score here in set number 1. Pacers leading all the way. Harrison receives that one cleanly. Set on up. Here comes the attack sent on over by Wilkes, but it's going to be blown dead on a ball handling error. And the Pacers will get the point. Cookie-Gam's serve. Bounced around a little bit awkwardly, but sent on over and kept alive. Martina is getting there, set on up. Here's the attack from Avery Macklin, and she slams it down for the kill. Another serve on its way. Harrison gets it, sent back on into the field of play and tapped on over where the Pacers will corral it with Cookie-Gam. Set on up for Kayla Duggan, who taps it over the blockers and gets it down. Not sure if she intended to do that, but it worked out in her favor. She gets another kill. The Pacers get another point. And Cookie-Gam will go back to line for another serve. Good serve there. That one cleanly received by Harrison. Set. Here's the attack. That goes into the net off the hands of Jada Wilkes. And it'll be another point for the Pacers. Serve just sails out. Good job by Harrison to let that one go, and that will be a point for Paine, and they'll take over on serve again. To the line, Jada Wilkes. Serve is up and on its way. Martinez receives that one. Set at the net. Here's Villaldoris, and she's going to tap it off of the antenna. And that'll be another point for Paine. Serve just gets off the top of the net where Kayla Duggan meets it. Allie Kirk sets it up for Avery Macklin. Nicely done by Jada Wilkes to keep it back and in play off the hands of Macklin, but the blockers can't come up there. Kayla Duggan coming up with a kill, just beats the blockers out on raw power and gets the ball back onto the USC Aiken side where Rebecca Martinez will serve it. Short serve, and it's a service ace for Rebecca Martinez. Serve on its way. Harrison receives it. That one will be set on up by Phillips. Here's the attack. Nice attack. And that will be a kill for Kennedy Curtis. Ball back on Paine's side. Shatia McCaskill coming on to the court now for the Lions. Heading off is Kennedy Curtis, and McCaskill will go back to the line to serve. Short serve. Martinez gets up to meet it. Set on up for Christine Carroll, who runs into the blockers. That will be downed. They're going to give a solo block to Siobhan Boggs on that one. That'll be another point for Paine. Serve on its way. Cookie-Gam receives. Allie Kirk with the setup. Here comes the attack off the hands of Macklin, where it's dug out by McCaskill. set up, attack, blocked at the net, and down. Macklin and Carroll getting beat on that one. Another point for Paine. Gara Kilgo-Washington getting the kill there. Another serve, short serve. Cookie Gam gets it. Set up by Kirk. Here's Carroll who taps it up. And they're going to call a net violation on the play. So Christine Carroll will get the kill. So Bryn Bonner will come into the game. She'll head back to the line to serve it for the Pacers as they lead 20-6 here in set number 1. Serve on its way. Worked around to the Lions zone and sent on over off the blockers. Carroll corralling it though. Allie Kirk with the setup. Here's Kayla Duggan on the attack. That one up in the air near the bench and out of play. A kill for Kayla Duggan and another point for the Pacers. Bonner will serve it up again. Deep serve in the zone. Harrison has it. It's going to be tough as they try to work it out, and they get it back on over into the Pacers zone where Kirk sets it up. Kayla Duggan tapping it, looking for the back corner, but it's going to sail out.
The ball's out.
And it's almost a good thing that Harrison went down when she did, otherwise she may have actually tried to put a hand on it, but it's going to be a point for the Lions, and they'll take over on serve again. Melina Rose serves it up. Martinez receives. Here's Kirk with the setup for Carroll. Carroll gets it through. Harrison gets a hand on it, though. Sent back on over into the Pacers zone after some miscommunication on the Paine end. Carroll back on up on the attack, and Carroll slams it down to the left of Melina Rose for the kill. Kayla Duggan will go to the back line to serve it now for USC Aiken as they lead 22-7, trying to close it on out. Duggan's a serve received by Harrison. Set on up, attacked, sent on over, but blocked by Kirk. Paine working it back and sending it on in for Martinez. Kirk setting it on up for Cookie Gam. Cookie Gam gets it off the blockers. Meeting it was Kilgo-Washington. Set on up back for Kilgo-Washington, where Kayla Duggan will get the dig. Kirk trying to send it on over, but Martinez getting it off of the blockers. Slammed on through and down in the back corner by Christine Carroll as the ball drifted over to her, and she took full advantage of it. Another point for the Pacers. Kayla Duggan on the serve. Harrison gets it. Bounced around and sent on over by Kilgo-Washington. Worked around by the Pacers, sent on over and blocked and out. Kill for Christine Carroll. Another point for the Pacers, and it is set point USC Aiken 24-7. Kayla Duggan serving for the set. Short serve. Worked around and set on up. Here's the attack, and that's going to sail out. Point for the Pacers. Siobhan Boggs just sent it a little too hard, and the Pacers will take set number 1 by a score of 25-7. And we will move on to set number 2 after a short break, and the teams switch sides. Be right back in just a moment. We're going to go ahead and get back into this a little bit early, give you some stats after the first set, and these stats presented by Tyler's Tire and Auto Center, proud sponsor of USC Aiken Athletics. Well, the team stats, Pacers absolutely dominant across the board, outscoring Paine 20-4 in points and 14-3 in kills. Their hitting percentage is off the charts at a .524 to Paine's -130. Service aces are 5-0 in favor of the Pacers, although both teams are even in blocks with one apiece. And looking at some of the individual stats, some of the stat leaders, Allie Kirk leads the way with 4 service aces out of the 5 for the Pacers. Rebecca Martinez has the other. In terms of digs, there is a 4-way tie, or even more, even a bigger tie for Paine, as everybody has one, at least one on the team. Kiara Kilgo-Washington, Jada Wilkes, Shatia McCaskill, and Ayanna Harrison all have one dig apiece. USC Aiken, Rebecca Martinez leading the way as she normally does with 6. Brittany Vale-Torres and Anita Cookie-Gam are in second with 2 apiece. As for the assist leader, Lanisha Phillips has 2 for Paine. Allie Kirk has 10 for USC Aiken. She's all over the place today. The point leaders, Kennedy Curtis has 2 for Paine. Allie Kirk has 4 for USC Aiken. And the kills leaders, Kennedy Curtis again for Paine with 2. Allie Smith, Kayla Duggan, and Christine Carroll all have 3 apiece to top off the USC Aiken side. And we will get right back into things in just a moment as the clock winds down for the intermission between sets. The horn sounds, the teams are back out on the court, and we will get ready for more USC Aiken volleyball, presented by Aiken Flooring. Aiken Flooring, you can stand on us. Got to get all these sponsors out of the way as soon as we can, and so far this has been a pretty fast matchup, so any opportunity I get to say a sponsor, I will say it. Pacers are ready, Paine is ready, and they will get the ball to serve.
Start set number 2,
Kiara Kilgo-Washington serves it up to start up set number 2. Kayla Duggan receives. Allie Bell out there sets it up for Abagu, who sends it on in and gets the kill. Okabagu getting the kill and striking first in set number 1. Okune Abagu, the only returning senior on this team. Allie Kirk the other. Again, Allie Kirk is the only other senior on the team, but Oak is the only returning senior. Allie Bell on the serve. Going to be a tough one. Paine trying to send it on in. Blocked at the net by Abagu, but down. That'll be a point for Jada Wilkes and a kill. Paine will take over and tie the game up. Serve on its way. Cookie-Gam receives. Allie Bell with the setup. Back for Cookie-Gam, and that sails out. And that will be a point for Paine. They take their first lead of the evening. Serve to Martinez. Bell with the setup. Here's Abagu, who taps it over the blockers and down for the kill. Serve from Cookie-Gam. Harrison has a handle on it, set on up and attacked by Kennedy Curtis. Pacers keeping it alive and sending it back on over but out. And it'll be another point for Paine. They retake the lead. And we will see Jada Wilkes go to the back line to serve. Serve on its way. Kayla Duggan receives that one. Allie Bell with the setup. Here's Avery Macklin on the attack. Gets through the blockers. Blown dead, though. Looks like a net violation going to be the call. Macklin gets the kill. Pacers get the point, and Abago gets the serve. Play is blown dead before we can get even to the serve. There it is. Rotational error is the call. I was thinking it might be a rotational error. In fact, pretty sure it was, but didn't want to make the call too early. get right back into it. 4-3 Pacers. Zabago serves again. Good serve. Worked around in the Lions zone. Attack on its way where Cookie Gam will dig it out. Allie Bell with the setup for Avery Macklin. Macklin gets it off the hands of Harrison, who gets a nice dig on it. Tap back down on the Pacers side. Pacers working it around. Allie Bell sets it up for kill for Logan McMullen. Forgot she was out there for a second. But Logan McMullen going up and getting the kill for the Pacers. 5-3 now your score. And it's a service ace for Okune Abago. 6-3 now your score. Pacers starting to get a bit of a lead now. Another good serve. Harrison bringing it back on in, and it will be sent on over by Phillips. Cookie Gam receives. That'll be set up by Bell. Tapped on over. Kept alive, though. Tipped onto the wrong side of the antenna and down. It'll be a point for the Pacers. Bagu serves it. Harrison receives, set on up. Here comes the attack from Boggs. Kayla Duggan right there to dig it on out. Bell sets it back up for Duggan, who attacks and gets through the blockers for the kill. Bago serving. Picked up by Curtis, set on up and blown dead on the ball handling error to Lanisha Phillips. And that serve goes into the net to end the run, but the Pacers lead it 9-4 now. And as the ball goes back over to the Paine end.
Substituting in is number 1,
Shatia McCaskill coming in and going back to serve again. Short serve, Martinez is there for it. Bell sets it on up for McMullen, who tries to slam it down, but is denied by Phillips. Martinez again with the setup, this time for Macklin, who runs into the net. And it will be a down ball. It will be a point for Paine. Serve to Cookie Gam. Set up by Bell. Here's Macklin on the attack. Harrison getting the dig there. That one will be set up by Phillips, and the attack gets through. Bell getting a handle on it. Sent back down and just out of the reach of Cookie Gam. It'll be a kill for Melina Rose and another point for Paine. 9-6 your score now. Serve to Martinez. Bell with the setup. Here's the attack from Duggan. That goes off the blocker and is kept alive in the Pacers zone. Bell sending it on over, and Bell getting the kill. And Bryn Bonner will come onto the court. Avery Macklin will head on off. Bonner to the back line to serve. Serve on its way. Harrison receives. Set on up at the net. The attack tips over the blockers, but Duggan is right there. Bell sending it on over, looking for that quick kill. Not going to get it, though. Paine sends it back on in, but the play is blown dead on a ball handling error, and it'll be another point for the Pacers. Serve on its way. Gonna be a tough one. Gonna try to keep it alive, and Paine is able to. Oh, almost getting a point out of that one. Jump ball at the net. Pacers won't come away with the win there, but this time it goes off the hands of Cookie Gam, and it's gonna be Siobhan Boggs getting credited with the kill. Another point for Paine. Much more competitive this time around. Short serve Martinez. Bell sets it for McMullen, who gets it through the blockers, but it's kept alive. Set on up and sent on over by Kilgo Washington, but out. And the Pacers will get the point on that one. 12-7 your score. Kayla Duggan to the back line. Short serve, picked on up by McCaskill. Sent on over and slammed on down. Siobhan Boggs just finding an open space in the middle and putting it down. Good kill there. Serve on its way from Harrison. Martinez receives. Bell with the setup. Here's the attack and the kill from Logan McMullen. Another point for the Pacers. McMullen answering right back with a devastating kill of her own. And now McMullen will step off, and Abago will step on. Martinez to the line to serve. Pacers with a 5-point lead. Good serve. Going to be tough, and it's a service ace for Rebecca Martinez. Another service ace to her night. That's 2. And she'll go to the back line to try for another. Another good serve. Going to be tough. Paine working it, though, and sending it on over, but it's blocked and denied by Okune Abago. Great solo block there from the senior. And Rebecca Martinez again serving. Worked around, off the hands of Harrison, attacked, breaks through the blockers. That'll be a kill for Jada Wilkes. Abago and Bell couldn't come up with it. Paine getting another point. Kiara Kilgo-Washington to the line to serve. Kennedy Curtis comes back onto the court as Shatia McCaskill steps off. Long serve, just kisses the line. That'll be a service ace for Kilgo-Washington. Serve to Martinez. Bell with the setup. Here's Abago, who tips it over the blockers. Kept alive, though. Jumped at the net through the blockers. Great job by Bryn Bonner to get a handle on it. Allie Bell keeping it in play. Kayla Duggan trying to come up with the attack, but cannot as it goes into the net and is down. Point Paine. We'll see Kelsey Sperlin step onto the court in place of Kayla Duggan. Allie Bell will head to the line to serve. Or not. No. I'm sorry, the point went to Paine, so it is Paine serve. Serving it up. Kilgo-Washington. Bell with the setup. Here's the attack from Abago, and that's blocked at the net. And it will be down. Kennedy Curtis getting credited with the block there. Another point for the Lions. Now within 3 of the Pacers. 15-12 the score. Serve to Kelsey Sperlin. Bell sends it on over. Great reaction, though, by the Lions defense, and it'll be sent back on, and where Sperlin will start things up. Bell sets it up. Here's Cookie Gam. That one's blocked and out. Point Pacers. Cookie Gam getting the kill there, and the Pacers get the ball, and now Ellie Bell will go back to serve. Macklin also back out there in place of Kayla Duggan. No, not Kayla Duggan. Bryn Bonner. Bell's serve, nice and short, but Harrison right there for it. Set on up. The attack from Curtis. Hits the antenna and is out. That'll be a point for the Pacers. Short serve again. Paine reacts to it. Tipped back by Cookie Gam as it drifted over to her, and she gets it down for the kill and another point. Bell again with the serve. That one picked up by Phillips. Set. Here comes the attack through the blockers. Bell right there for it, but the play is blown dead. Net violation is the call, and it will be another point for the Pacers. And that will draw another timeout. And before we go into the timeout, I'd like to thank a couple more sponsors, including the South Carolina Education Lottery. When you play the South Carolina Education Lottery, you're not only taking a chance, but giving a chance. And Hudson Etheridge Companies and Auto Owners Insurance. For all your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, count on Hudson Etheridge Companies and Auto Owners Insurance. We'll be right back in just a short bit for the conclusion of Set 2. We are back. Ellie Bell still at the line to serve. Pacers up 19-12 here in set number 2, leading 1-0. And the serve is on its way. Another short serve, looking for that service ace. Tip back on over and down by Cookie Gam. Another kill for Anita Cookie Gam and another point for the Pacers. Almost was a service ace for Bell, but Pacers have had plenty of those already. And here's another serve, another short one. Harrison comes up to meet it, set at the net, but blown dead on a ball handling error. That'll be another point for USC Aiken. And another rotation error on Paine. It's going to be a point for the Pacers and Allie Bell. We'll get credited with another service. We'll get credited with a service ace. 22-12 now the score. Another serve inbound. Paine works it in the zone. Set and attack from Curtis. Gets off the blockers and is kept alive. This one getting through where Martinez will meet it. Cookie Gam on the attack. Cookie Gam gets blocked. Martinez and Cookie Gam trying desperately to keep the point alive. Jada Wilkes and Lanisha Phillips come together to get the block there. Serve comes back over to the Paine side. Now Pacers working it. Abago sets it up and gets the kill as she finds the back corner. Pacers getting another point there. And now Cookie Gam to the line to serve. 23-13. Serve on its way. Harrison receives. Here's the setup and tapped on over where Bell will meet it. Martinez with the setup. Here comes Avery Macklin, whose attack just misses the back corner. And it'll be a point for Paine. So Jada Wilkes will go to the back line to serve for the Lions. Good hard serve. That's going to be a service ace.
The service ace, number 15, Jada Wilkes.
Jada Wilkes coming up with a service ace of her own as it went off the hands of Cookie Gam and into the bleachers. Another good serve. This one sails out, though. That will be a point for the Pacers, and it will be set point for USC Aiken as Okune Abago goes back to serve. Good serve, and it's a service ace for Abago, and that closes out the second set. Pacers take it 25-15 and now lead 2-0 as we move on to set number 3. And welcome back, folks. USC Aiken versus Paine Lions. Marcus Johnson here again, thanking you for joining us. And a reminder that USC Aiken Athletics and USC Aiken Volleyball is sponsored by Willie Jewell's Barbecue. Willie Jewell's, every dish is served with a side of Southern hospitality, so stop on in and tell them Pacers Sports sent you. And before we get into set number 3, a couple more team stats. Pacers hitting percentage has come down, but it's still a very good .362. Paine has brought theirs up to a -43 on the day. Pacers outscoring Paine 38-14 in points and 26-9 in kills. Another stat of note, our service aces 10-2 in favor of the Pacers. Not often you see double-digit service aces, but the Pacers' service game has been dominant today. We'll get ready for set number 3. Pacers up 2-0, trying to close this out in straight sets, and Allie Bell will go to the back line to serve to start it off. Short serve on its way, picked on up by the Lions. Bounced around and sent on over by Curtis, where Kelsey Sperlin will meet it. Bell with the setup. Here's Cookie Gam, and Cookie Gam gets it through the blockers into the back line for a kill. And Tiara Smith will come onto the court for Paine. See her first action of the day. And Bell's serve on its way. Smith got it to it first on the reception, sent on over to the Pacer end where it's bounced around and sent back on over. Harrison receives it, set on up at the net. Here comes the attack, and that one sails out through the back end. And there'll be another point for the Pacers. Bell to serve again. Picked on up by Smith. Sent on over where Bell will receive it. Martinez sets it on up. Here's Avery Macklin's attack, and she finds the back corner for a kill. Serve from Bell. Smith receives. Set on up. Here comes the attack. Tipped, and that's going to beat out the blockers of Abago and Macklin. Kennedy Curtis getting credited with the kill, and Paine on the board here in set 3. Serve on its way. Had a tough time on the Pacers end trying to keep it going, but it breaks through the blockers. Rebecca Martinez going up and getting the kill. That's not something she's used to doing, but she did it nonetheless. Great job by Martinez, and another point for the Pacers. Bounced around in the Paine zone, blocked at the net, kept alive. Blocked at the net again, kept alive somehow, and finally downed. Pacers come up with another point. The Pacers up 5-1 now. Cookie Gam serve. Received awkwardly, and that's going to be a service ace for Anita Cookie Gam. Gam again on the serve. Smith receives, set on up. Here comes the attack from Rose, and that's going to get through the Pacer defense and down. Melina Rose getting the kill, Paine getting the point. And Jada Wilkes will go to the back line to serve. Serve on its way. Sperlin receives it. Set on up by Bell. Here comes the attack from Macklin. That's getting through the blockers and will be down for a Pacer point. Abago's serve, received cleanly, set on up near the net, tapped on over by the blockers and downed. Macklin and McMullen getting credited with the block there as it drifted over to their end and where they were able to tap it on down. Another point for USC Aiken. 8-2 now the score. Worked around in the Paine zone. Sent on over by Boggs. Pacers corralling it now. Set on up. Here's McMullen on the attack. Sent back over to the Pacer end, and McMullen slamming it back down for the kill. Bago on the serve. Received cleanly by Curtis. Set on up. Back for Curtis, whose attack is dug on out by Cookie Gam. Macklin on the attack. That one will be dug on out by Harrison. High into the air and sent on over and just kissing the corner. That will be a kill for Tiara Smith. Tiara Kilgo-Washington and Shatia McCaskill subbing in for Paine. McCaskill going back to the back line to serve. On its way, Cookie Gam receives. Sent on up. Here comes the attack from Avery Macklin. It goes off a hand and out. Kill for Macklin, point for the Pacers.
Substituting in is number 1, Allie Kirk, and number 19, Brittany Villadores.
And Allie Kirk back out there. Villadores also back out there. Bell and Macklin heading off. Kirk to the back line to serve. Has 4 service aces today. Let's see if she can get a 5th. And the Pacers getting called for a rotation error. First time the Pacers have been called on that in a very long time to my recollection. Pacers working it in their zone off the serve. Sent on over. Now the Lions will work it. Up for Phillip. She gets through the blockers, but McMullen able to keep it alive. Kirk to Martinez, who sends it on over. Worked around by Harrison, set on up at the net, blocked at the net and down. McMullen and Villadores team up, numbers 18 and 19 on your score sheets, and they will get credited with the block. Kelsey Sperlin to the line to serve. Paine receives it cleanly, set on up, attack on over. Martinez right there for it. Now Kirk with the setup. And Villadores ends up putting it into her own net, and that will be a point for Paine. Ayanna Harrison to the line. Good serve from Harrison. Martinez receives it. Kirk with the setup. Here's Cookie Gam getting through the blockers. Great job by Harrison to keep the point alive. Kept on in play by McCaskill and sent on over by Rose. Pacers back on the attack, and a nice dig there from Rose, keeping the play going. Attack on its way. Martinez there for the dig. Kirk with the setup. Cookie Gam on the attack, and her attack sails out through the back end and off a fingertip, and it will be a kill for Cookie Gam and a point for the Pacers. McMullen steps off. Abago steps on for USC Aiken. Martinez to the line to serve. Worked around in the Paine end. High into the air attack from Wilkes. Dug on out by Sperlin. Kept alive and sent on in. And it will be out. In and out, I should say. Point for the Lions. Ball was heading my way. I wanted to make sure I wasn't in the way of a possible play developing. So Paine gets the serve. Kiara Kilgo-Washington will take it to the back line. Ball is up and on its way. Sperlin receives it. Kirk sets it up. Here's the attack from Abago. She looks for the back corner. Harrison meets it instead. Up into the air for Curtis, who sends it in. Martinez getting a nice dig there. Set on up by Kirk. Cookie Gam on the attack. Nice dig by Harrison. High into the air and sent on over. Martinez right there for it. Kirk with the setup. Abago taps it over the blockers where it's dug on out by Kilgo-Washington. Curtis sending it on through, but Martinez is up to the task. Cookie Gam gets it off the blockers, still alive and down. Kill for Anita Cookie Gam. And another point for the Pacers. And now Allie Bell subs for Allie Kirk. Villadores is getting subbed out for by Avery Macklin. And Allie Bell will head to the back line to serve. And Smith will head back out. Tiara Smith for Paine. Allie Bell to the line to serve. Worked around in the Lions' end. Curtis goes up, and she runs into the blockers, and that'll be a point for the Pacers. Avery Macklin gets credited with the solo block there. Another point for USC Aiken. And they lead it 14-6 past the halfway point of set number 3. Bell on the serve. Smith receives. Set on up high into the air. We're in sent on over by Phillips. Bell on the setup. Here comes the attack from Macklin. Nice dig from Rose. High into the air, off the tips of the blockers, and out. That'll be a point for the Lions. Kennedy Curtis getting credited with the kill. And serve back on over in their end. Lanisha Phillips gets it and serves it on up short. Martinez charges forward and gets it. Allie Bell setting it up for Avery Macklin, who gets it through, but Harrison getting the dig. Set for Curtis, and Curtis gets it through the blockers, threading the needle and finding the hardwood. That's a point for the Lions. 14-8 now your score. Lanisha Phillips on the serve. Martinez receives, set on up. Here's the attack, tipped on over. Harrison gets a handle on it, but can't keep it in play. And Abago gets credited with another kill and another point for USC Aiken. Gam, nice serve, gets it over the top of the net where Smith receives. Blocked at the top of the net, kept alive. Martinez for Sperlin. Sperlin's attack, drifting back over to the Pacer end. Macklin can't slam it home, it's kept alive. Cookie Gam right there for it. Bell with the setup. Attack by Abagos, kept alive off the blockers. Sperlin now attacking, kept alive and downed. Harrison and Curtis couldn't keep it going, and the Pacers will get the point, and Kelsey Sperlin will get the kill. Cookie Gam to the back line, 16-8, the Pacers lead. Good serve, Harrison receives. Set and sent on over by Smith. Cookie Gam right there for it. Bell with the setup for Kelsey Sperling. Kelsey Sperling gets it through the blockers, but out, and it will be a point for Paine. Jada Wilkes to the back line to serve for the Lions. Serve goes into the net, and that'll be a point for the Pacers.
The serve is out. Point Pacers.
Abago to the line now for USC Aiken. Her serve on its way. Curtis has trouble receiving it, and it's going to be a service ace for Okune Abago. I don't think Abago realized it was a service ace, didn't do the customary dance that the Pacers have been doing. Attack tipped over the blockers but kept alive. Allie Bell with the setup for Avery Macklin, whose attack. Nice dig there from number 7, Lanisha Phillips, and it's sent on over to keep the play going. Bell with the setup for Kelsey Sperlin, who gets it over the blockers, but it's kept in. Sent on over and down. That's a kill for Paine. Melina Rose getting credited with the kill there. Pacers just had a lapse in concentration. It looked like it just landed where nobody was. 18-10 your score. McCaskill serves it on up. Cookie Gam receives. Bell sets it up. Here's the attack, and that's going to break through the blockers and be a kill for Logan McMullen. Ball back on the Pacer end. VL Dorez and Allie Kirk coming back onto the court for the Pacers, and Kirk will head to the back line to serve. 19-10 your score. Late stages of set number 3. High toss for Kirk. Good hard serve for Kirk. Nicely done by Harrison to receive it, and it'll be sent on over where the Pacers will get a chance to work with it. Kirk on the setup for Sperlin. Tapped over the blockers. Kept on in to the Pacer end where Martinez meets it. Slammed on in. Harrison gets it off the dig with the setup for McCaskill, who sends it on in and out. That's a point for USC Aiken. Kirk again on the serve. Good serve. Going to be tough. Sent quickly on over and sailing through the back end. And that'll be a point for the Pacers. It looked like Lanisha Phillips just saw that was their only option. Couldn't set it up, so just try to get it on in and catch the defense sleeping. Didn't happen, though. Going to be another tough one, but it's kept alive. Off the hands of Martinez, off the hands of Sperlin. Cookie Gam tries to send it on over, and she just does as it gets over the top of the net. And a ball handling error will blow the play dead, and it's a point for USC Aiken. Kirk again to serve. Oh, and she just gets it into the net. Tried to get it to kiss the top of the net and go over, but instead it will be a service error and be a point for Paine. To the back line will be Melina Rose. 22-11 your score, Pacers leading, and that's going to be a service ace. Kelsey Sperlin and Rebecca Martinez backed off of it. And that just hit the back corner for the service ace and another line point. Martinez receives the serve this time. It'll be set on up. McMullen trying to get it on through, cannot. Paine sends it back on in. Martinez right there for it. Kirk with the setup. McMullen gets it through the blockers, but it's kept alive. Kirk getting a dig on that. Martinez sets it on up for Cookie Gam, and Cookie Gam just misses the back line, and it will be a point for the Lions. Serve on its way. Kelsey Sperlin receives. Set on up by Kirk. Back for Sperlin, and Sperlin will get the kill. Siobhan Boggs couldn't handle it properly, and it sailed out, and the Pacers get another point. Kelsey Sperlin will go to the back line now after getting the kill for the serve. Good serve. McCaskill receives, set on up, and into the blockers, kept alive and downed. The Eldora and McMullen team up to get the block, and it is match point for USC Aiken, 24-13. Kelsey Sperlin to serve. Good serve. Picked on up by Phillips. Tapped on over to the other side, and the Pacers slam it down. Cookie Gam getting the kill for the match and the set. Game, set, match, Pacers 25-13. Your final score is the Pacers take it from Paine in straight sets, 25-7, 25-15, 25-13 to close it out in a quick fashion. And the Pacers will be back in action next week as that is their next home game. And that one will be against UNC Pembroke. That will be the first conference matchup that the Pacers will have, and that will be on September the 21st at 7. They will have another conference matchup against Francis Marion the next day, the 22nd of September at 2 p.m. The Pacers take this one from Paine in 3 straight sets. I'm Marcus Johnson. Thank you for joining us. Be sure to be around for the postgame, which will happen in just a few moments. But until then, have a good one.